I'll call to order the Board of Public Works for Tuesday, September 8th. Item 1 on the agenda is approval of the minutes of the August 25th meeting.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 2 is open request for proposals for professional services regarding Stewart Avenue from 48th to 72nd. Looks like we have 5. We'll open these here and then they'll be evaluated and brought back for a decision. First one's from Ayers. Next one's from Becker Hoppy. Packet from Kapoor.
Never heard of them. Where are they from?
Where are they from? Not sure.
Oh, okay.
EMCS. Fifth one we got from SEH. Open already? Good. Proposals are in there. We'll go ahead, evaluate those, and then bring them back at the future board meeting for recommendation and decision. Item 3 is open quotations, make recommendation for the purchase of plow blades. We have 3 proposals here.
Being McPherson is the vendor for the 2 bigger packets, they just deal with the different components.
Okay.
So according to my quote,
Okay. This one's from Gray's. So Mark had indicated that he's gonna have to review each of these with the components and stuff. And then he'll bring them back. There's a lot of unit prices here. Oh. But, I mean, just looking at it, Mark, I can't make heads or tails out of what he's got here, so, all right. Yeah, this will be from McPherson, Built Blades. They have a total of $45,685. H&L Masabi, which you said was McPherson too, right? Total on this one was $47,150.
And the other company submitted like that.
Correct, yeah, we have nothing else. And item 4 is open quotations, make recommendation for the rent to purchase of a front end loader and a 3-in-1 plow. First is from Fabic. Monthly rental cost, $2,995. And then on the sheet, is there a total purchase price? too? Just the rental price, okay.
You didn't have a total in there? A total purchase?
There is, $155,000,
Who is
Yep.
that with?
Fabic. The Miller Bradford. Rental cost $2,100 a month, and total purchase $182,300. McCoy Construction and Forestry. Monthly rental, $6,800. Purchase, $196,800. That was option 1. They have an option 2 here too, machine only. $6,200 for the rental and $176,000 for the purchase. We have a third too? Yeah, the third option. I'm not sure what the difference is. This says machine only 2. Monthly rental, $2,900 and $176,000 for purchase. I'm not sure. Swiderski. Purchase price, $162,000. They have some lease terms here. For 24 months, I'm assuming this is monthly payment, $3,544.62. Then they say have some longer term leases that are less a month. So,
So in the last couple of years, we've been renting a machine from Fabric.
Okay? And so we only rent that for the months that we need? There's not like we don't have like a long-term lease with them or anything, Mark?
That's what we've been doing, but
Yep.
this would be more or less to purchase the machine outright, applying the rent that we've already paid to that. So then we would ultimately own the machine.
Sure.
I didn't hear a purchase price on the Fabric one. You did for Miller
155.
Bradford? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 155, yeah. I guess just basically looking at the monthly rentals costs, in the total cost, it seems Fabric, and that's obviously been working for us because we continue to use and sufficient for our needs. So do you plan on purchasing that in?
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
Okay,
also some grant money that we can use towards that for the general machine purchase. But yeah, that would be the goal, is to purchase the machine.
okay, like in 2020 or 2021?
Well, we need it for the winter.
Yeah,
And, I don't, like, right now, my 2020 budget is used up.
okay,
So we would have to, I'd have to talk with Mary Ann to figure out how we're gonna, go ahead with that one, or, we could rent the machine for the remainder of the year and purchase in 21,
sure.
something like that.
And then the rent that we do for the rest of this year would go towards that purchase price as well? Okay,
I'll move to approve the purchase of the front-end loader and 3-in-1 plow from Fabric.
I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, Mark.
And then the blades, I guess, if we could, if there's a meeting next week, I'll review, and then we can bring it back next week for
Item 5. Is the Wausau Fire Station Number 2 Sunrise Trucking and Excavating, the pay estimate number 10, which was deferred from the last couple meetings. I got an email this morning from Holly that Sunrise has completed their work, and so I would make a motion to approve this payment.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Here you go, Mary.
Oh, sorry.
Item 6, the drinking water treatment facility, Myron Construction, pay estimate number 1.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
So this is the first payment on the drinking water treatment facility project. Unit price has been reviewed. Becker Hoppy's our consultant engineer. They've reviewed this and recommend payment. I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Aye. So now we're really not going to pay it, though, until we get the approval from the DNR.
That is correct.
And then Bobby will do an ACH.
And then item 7 is a wastewater treatment facility improvement project from Myron Construction. This is pay estimate number 1. So on the drinking water facility, we had the unit price breakdown and everything. On this one, we just have the invoice from Myron. So there's really, we haven't received, they haven't prepared the final breakdown and the quantities and everything. According to Donahue, they said that would match this number. They don't have any issue with the amount that they're billing for compared to the work. That isn't the issue. It's just we don't have the full payment form and stuff prepared yet from Myron. So it would really be up to the board if we want to approve this quantity. And then those final quantity sheets would come in at a later time.
Is that typical? Why could they not put them together and submit them together?
I had emailed Donahue back and along with some of the reps from Myron and said that, it's their responsibility to prepare and submit the pay request and have the proper signatures on it. So I said I would bring it forward to the board so we could discuss it and move ahead.
Whose responsibility is it? Because it seems weird with the water. You know, Myron is the contractor with both, so
Yep.
they got the one for the water, but not the sewer. So to me, it's
Correct.
probably Donahue that's
Correct.
fallen down on the job.
Pardon me, Steve Opatic, Becker Hoppy Engineers. I'm the project manager on the drinking water project, but also involved at the wastewater. To clarify, what went into your packet was the background that we got on the water plant pay application from Myron, and it's probably very similar to what you're seeing on the wastewater one. I didn't get it in time for the submittal with the agenda, but I did follow up with a letter on the water plant, and I think it is the same type of process that the wastewater plant is under. Is what's missing from both pay applications is the formal pay request format from Myron Construction that includes the schedule of prices, which would be an itemized list of every single thing from every single subcontractor. We did not have that on the water plant either. However, they did submit their invoices, and they submitted backup from their subcontractors that, is documenting the work that they have. And in the case of the water treatment facility, we are very confident that the amount of work accomplished and completed is much larger than what they were requesting in terms of a pay application. On both projects, a lot of what this is to get money to their subs while they are continuing to compile that formal schedule of prices.
So before that goes to the DNR though, Steve, that has to be, they have to have those forms so the DNR can sign off on those, correct? And they'll have to have all those quantities.
I will need to clarify that part has gone through. I think the fundamental part DNR needs is approval from this body.
Yeah.
I have spoken with Susan Watkowitz about, we talked at length last week and had conversations with Myron on the water plant, that we're all understanding this is pay application number one. We don't have all the ducks in the row in terms of a formalization. That will come by pay app number two. This is simply they wanted to get money back out to their subcontractors. And it's our understanding that DNR would accept this if the board accepts that as well.
I guess, just when the tracking comes into play, like if this is pay app number one, and then what happens with pay application number two, are we gonna see what was paid in pay application
Yes.
number one? So it will all be broken out, so we'll know the difference between what's paid in one and what's paid in two?
Yes, Myron has assured us that they would do that. And
Okay.
we will work hard, and I'll communicate that back on the wastewater side, that prior to acceptance of pay app number two, we need to see both of them broken out.
Yep, okay. So I guess I'm, like, without the formal signatures and the pay applications on the pay estimates, then how does the DNR sign off and transfer those funds to us?
That, I don't have a good answer myself
Okay.
for you. I can find out from
Okay.
Susan that, and confirm that.
I guess I push back on Myron because they're fully responsible for submitting these and getting these prepared and giving them to us. And so I'm more comfortable with the drinking water because we have all the documents showing what work was done by all the subs and stuff, even though we don't have all that necessarily that form sheet. But with the wastewater facility, we only have basically almost just a lump sum request for payment. And I sent an email off this morning regarding this as well.
Okay.
Back to them, so,
Sure.
this shouldn't cause a problem on our end, right, Mary Ann, if the DNR provides us, payments at 2 different times, like if this is brought back, or?
Right. It looks like Susan had provided me with a schedule of when disbursement requests were due to the DNR. It looks like they're due on Friday. She didn't really say, I thought this was going to be a schedule of when the DNR did their requests.
I'm going off
City.
memory, I don't have that in front of me, but I do recall
Oh.
that it needs
It
to be.
doesn't look like we'll get paid till the 23rd then.
Yes, that's
So
correct.
there would be, you would think Donahue should be able to get that information by
Yes.
that time.
I don't have an issue with making the payment based on the work that was done. I mean, I think we're beyond the, what they're requesting for. I think I just want to make sure that it's clean and tracked well from the start of the project on how we're making payments. If Steve is comfortable and feels that everything will be broken out when we see the next payment on what's 1 and what's 2 and everything that we're paying, then, I would be okay moving forward. I just don't want there to be any confusion, like if we're doing 40 pay applications throughout this project and we try to go back, I just don't want any confusion on the
Right.
tracking of the payments, so. So based on what Steve has, information that he's provided us and stuff, I would make a motion to approve this, with the fact that, prior to any other payments, that all the quantities and the sheets and everything will be brought forward at the next payment with the full breakdowns from Myron, so.
You're waiting for a second.
I am.
Okay, I'll second that.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
I'm going to vote no on that one.
Okay. Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.
Item 8 is the 2020 Bridge Street Bridge Repair Project, Lunda Construction, pay estimate number 2.
The bridge is halfway done, the north side is completed. They are now working on the south side. This pay app was reviewed and approved by myself and Ayers Associates, our consultant, and we recommend approval.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I lost my agenda. Hold on one second. It's buried in here somewhere. Ah.
Did you make a note? Do you need to see mine?
Oh, well, I'm confused because I thought the water and sewer were two separate votes and this is the wastewater.
Correct. Water was approved,
Oh, so,
the item before,
okay.
on item 6.
Oh, yeah, that was the big thick one. So are you going to
Yes.
sign that then? Dan?
This is the
That's the wastewater.
wastewater. Well, the board approved it, so.
Okay.
I think I have to, don't I?
I don't know. Can I ask, how come you voted against that one and not the water one?
I'm just uncomfortable with,
Oh.
there not being with 2 million. I mean, Eric asked a lot of great questions, but I too think they need to be pushed back on, and if they're so worried about their subs, I feel sorry for the subs too, but then they need to know they need to give us that detail out of the gate. I just feel uncomfortable approving that amount.
Yeah, that's why I brought it here, to have the discussion, and I think it's good, because I
Okay that
think,
it passed, I just wanted to be
I think the-
recorded as a no, and maybe I won't sign that.
I'm hopeful that with our discussion today, that there will be, that Myron will understand the importance of getting their stuff done on time.
I
Yep.
agree.
Okay. Bridge repair. Did you find your,
Yeah, I found it, thank
okay,
you.
all right.
So this is number 8 that's coming?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's correct.
got it.
It looks nice, the bridge does.
Yeah, it does.
And we had item 9, the 2020 18th Avenue relocation project, Sunrise Trucking and Excavating. This is change order number 1 for that project.
What is that reference, Eric? For my
The
familiarity.
185 feet of concrete sawing for $1,023.
Okay, yeah, so there was not a quantity for concrete sawing under the pavement in 17th Avenue. There's concrete pavement under there that they had to saw, so they'd be due the extra payment for sawing that concrete, and that's the bill for that. So I was aware of that, and I would recommend approving that.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 10 is the 18th Avenue relocation project, Sunrise Trucking, pay estimate number 2. These are quantities over on 18th Avenue. Brian has reviewed these quantities. I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 11 is the Sturgeon Eddy Road Sanitary Sewer, Haas Sons Incorporated, change order number 4. So under the utility contracts, I've had Becker Hoppy go back through and at the end of the project to rectify all the quantities for the project, like what was actually installed versus, so that everything's reflected at the end. So there was the final contract increase of $23,195.77. If you remember, as part of this too, we had a couple deducts. I can't remember the total amount. I don't think it totals this much, but with some changes throughout the project as well. I would make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Got it down now.
Item 12 is the Sturgeon Eddy Sanitary Sewer Haas Sons final payment. Obviously, this work is fully complete. I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 13, Thomas Street Siphon Pipeline Crossing, Yankee General Contractors, pay estimate number 5. I'm not exactly sure where they are with that project. Alan, I know they were doing the tie-in on the west side.
Yeah, the tie-in on the west side's done. They're moved to the east side now, under the social services or whatever, the parking lot
Right.
there.
Okay.
Was that reviewed by Brian?
Ken,
Ken?
over at
Okay.
Becker Hoppy. We'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 14 is the 2020 Second Street Parking Lot Merrill Gravel Construction, change order number 1.
For this change order, we had to move some of the lighting for the photometrics to work, and then in lieu, we had to change our storm sewer routing. So this is a change order that adds some of the storm sewer to the project.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
15 is the 2020 Second Street parking lot, Merrill
Sorry.
gravel construction pay estimate number 1.
The parking lot is completed. This was reviewed by Kurt DeBoer and myself, and we recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 16, discussion and possible action on a contract extension for the Highway 52 median landscape project.
So Pember is asking for an extension to October 15th. That would give them a total of 67 days. The contract states that they need to be completed by September 25th or 60 days. So this would be giving them an extension past our deadline date and an additional 7 days working. Speaking with our consultant at Ayers, the last planting date that he would recommend is October 15th. As stated in his letter, they do not plan to work till October 15th. They hope they can get it done earlier, and if they are working that late, they do not plan on doing the plantings. The plantings should all be done prior to. This would just be the, for the last couple of days, would be the cleanup and irrigation work. Some of the delays for this were due to material shortages that they were not expecting. Given that all the plantings would be completed before the recommended last date, I would recommend that we allow this extension for Pember.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And then closed session?
Yeah, so can we go, I hate to dwell on this, but can we go back to this Myron draw request? Because
Which one?
I feel, for
Both?
the way, well, so the water, when I was listening, I heard that water and sewer, neither one of them had all of the detailed information.
That's correct.
Okay. And historically, we've always gotten a per unit report on any disbursement that we've made. I mean, we typically don't make advance payments. It's usually
Correct.
based on a per unit.
Correct.
So the water, we don't have a per unit, we at least have the subs information, but we don't have a per unit from Myron.
Yeah, we don't have the finalized, like, you know, that multi-page copy that shows every unit.
Right.
And what was done.
And for, so wastewater, we don't have that, nor do we have the sub invoices.
That's correct, yep.
So it's worrisome if the city attorney doesn't approve a $2 million payment that is going against past practice and is contractual in relation. You know, like, so I don't want to pay a payment if the city attorney doesn't approve it.
Okay.
Well, you guys may be way more comfortable with it. I'm just, you deal
I
with this
wasn't
stuff more often
comfortable
than
with-
I do. I just am not comfortable from the description that I heard, and I assumed you two would vote to approve it, so I didn't think my vote would
So I think,
change anything, but
I think one of the things is that, you know, well, there's a couple things. One is, I know that the work that they're asking for has been done and beyond. So that part, the city's already, or the utility's already received. The other part was that, you know, the DNR is the one who ultimately is signing off on the payments and releasing them to us. And so I think the one thing is that the DNR was comfortable with that invoice, but the only hiccup that I had was I wanted to make sure that we were able to track each payment and
I
what was being
understood what you
paid.
were saying.
Yeah.
I just don't understand, well, I'm just concerned
I think they're trying
making
to
a
meet,
payment
Yeah.
when they're very contractual in nature, and
Yes.
so then if legal doesn't feel comfortable making the payment, then, you know, as finance director, I'm going to defer to that.
correct, yeah, understand.
So that is what is causing me my, stress now, or, debate here of what we should do. And I don't understand why they didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I didn't get a clear answer either on
Because to
why
come up
that
with these
form.
numbers, they should have that, right? That should be, it should be available. Otherwise, do they just make these numbers up? Then they should just call it in advance then. And
Right.
I don't know what the contract says regarding advances. I don't know what
I'd have to read
the
it.
contract
Yeah.
says.
Agreed.
I think the reason that they put this forward is because, like you said, I think the deadline for the DNR request, so,
So, I mean, if you look at this, there's $1 million to Myron. Of this 2 million, I'm sorry that Steve left, but there's, nearly $1 million to Myron, $950,000. And then the rest of it is to their subs, Precision, August Winters, Van Art, and Michael's Corp. I mean, so to me, half of their draw is not going to their subs, like the discussion said. Of course, we didn't have this in our packet, so I'm just, trying to review this now. Whether we should pay that full 2 million, I don't know.
We can always meet at any time upon 24 hours' notice. And when is this deadline?
Friday, I think.
Okay, so can we get out the contract and take a peek at it before Friday?
Yeah, and I'm happy to, respond with whatever we're comfortable with. If we want to tell them if you don't have all the paperwork on Thursday or whatever, then we're not going to.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it
Issue
just
that
seemed, they knew
payment.
this was coming. I mean, they're not
for sure they
new to the
did.
game. They knew
Right.
it was coming, they knew it
Yep.
was required. They knew it was gonna put pressure on us to approve it
Right.
anyway.
Yeah. So Lori, we could probably get a meeting together for Thursday, and then we can take a look at the contract, and I can contact Donahue and Becker Hoppy and let them know at this point, that the onus is on Myron to provide the information.
So should we record a vote to reconsider number 7? And Mary Ann, or you could make the motion since you voted on the prevailing side to reconsider number 7, and we'll re-record a vote for that?
I like that idea.
6 and 7, right? You want to
Yeah,
reconsider both of them?
let's do them both, yeah.
Okay. I'll make a motion to, what is that? To
reconsider.
reconsider both items 6 and 7.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
If I may, I'm heard or not, this is Steve O'Paddock with Becker Hoppy Engineers. I'm on the telephone now.
Hey,
I just
Steve.
Popped in. Hi. I overheard your reconsideration, and I don't know the context of that, but I would like to add that I just spoke with Susan Wausau from Donahue Engineers, and she confirmed that DNR will pay based on the Board of Public Works approval of pay applications.
Yeah, I think the comfort level here, though, Steve, is that, Myron does have to get us that information. I don't think that the board is comfortable paying based on what we have right now and under the contract too. So I think we'll set up a meeting for Thursday, and maybe you could relay that Thursday we would need that additional information with the quantity breakdowns on the proper forms from them.
Okay, I will do that right now, and then copy you as Director of Public Works on that as well.
Thanks, Steve, appreciate it.
Okay.
So we've moved and seconded and approved reconsidering 6 and 7, so we should now retake the votes on both of those.
Oh, okay,
And then we can record those and say that we will
Oh, I see.
defer it or bring it back to a meeting before Friday or whatever you want to put in your motion. So we've agreed to reconsider our votes on 6 and 7.
right. So do I make a motion then, based on, to reconsider?
Or
item-
you can just say to approve pay estimate 6, to approve both, and then we can all vote no, or however we choose to vote on those. But
Okay.
we'll need to record those votes for 6 and 7.
So I'll make a motion to approve pay estimate 1 for the drinking water and pay estimate number 1 for the wastewater treatment facilities.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It's-
All those against?
No,
No. Okay. We have those?
Aren't we supposed to do that in the affirmative? Oh, you did it in the affirmative. All right,
think I
sorry.
did,
You
right?
did,
Okay.
yeah.
we took them together, but if our
Yep.
votes were going to be different on
Yes,
either, we
they
should
were
have
gonna-
voted on them separately.
No.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
good. I wanted them to be no.
Okay. And we got them for no. Okay.
Got it, Lori? Thank you.
Okay, so closed session then? Do we need to go into closed session?
I'll move we go into closed session pursuant to Section 1985D with stats for the purpose of considering and deliberating on pre-qualification statements for the 2020 crack ceiling project.
Do we need to go in closed session? Oh, okay.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.